Buckle up, football fans. It's time now for Toyota Talks. Now, I know one Chicagoan from Park Ridge who, if she chose to come home for the game, they would be flowering her with comps. There she is, Shae Cornette, who I knew as Shae Pepler here at Fox. Shae from ESPN, host of First Take, Sports Center, my former teammate here at Fox, joins me from Bristol. First of all, I am so proud of you, Shae Cornette, Shae Pepler. Happy for you in your new role on First Take with Stephen A. Smith and your cast of characters like Peter Schrager earlier today. How are you doing?
I'm doing so good, Louie. I'm doing great, but I miss you guys, and I miss Chicago tremendously. Do you know, I'd pay the money to go sit in, what is it supposed to be, minus 10 degrees, I think?
Yes.
On Sunday night. I would pay to do it. I would love to do it. I have to be in Miami for the national championship game for the CFP. So unfortunately, I don't have a private plane yet, so I can't quite make it work.
Oh.
But I will be watching in my vintage Kyle Long jersey that I have. I will be watching, and I will be thrilled for the Bears. My goodness, what a season. You know, look, you and I covered some Bears teams that could only dream of having the kind of success that Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams and this whole crew is having this year. And it has been so fun to watch. I catch some of Fox 32 shows and post-game coverage and all the stuff after games, and I love watching it, and I miss all of you guys, everyone there, so much.
All right, give me the national perspective. I appreciate, it's still in your heart. You grew up in Park Ridge. You're a Chicagoan forever, but you also work with a lot of national guys like Stephen A., who's obviously very outspoken, and Dan Orlovsky, your friend over there who was beating up the Bears last week, actually just ripping them to shreds, saying they had no chance against the Packers. How are those Bears haters treating you today?
You know, it's funny. Since that show with D.O., with Dan Orlovsky, I have not seen him. And we live very close by each other in Connecticut, and I have not seen him once. My mentions have blown up like, tell him off, and I haven't even had the chance to. I think he's on the show tomorrow, so I'll make sure to do that. First of all, the narrative coming into the Packers game, into the wild card round, was that people don't trust the Bears. They don't. And that's, I think, a fair assessment. The comebacks have been awesome to watch, and for me, have nearly given me a heart attack. But you feel like they're not always sustainable. In fact, it kind of bit them against the Lions in that last game of the regular season. Obviously, it was sustainable against the Packers, and they were able to pull it off. But I think that game now against the Packers, your bitter rival at home, has been that thorn in your side for like my entire life, has now put everyone on notice. Okay, fine. This Bears defense isn't fantastic, and maybe it's not the bread and butter defense that I've been accustomed to my whole life, but they're opportunistic, and they can get some when you need it, and they can get a stop when you need them to. And don't let that Bears defense get hot now, because if that Bears defense can at least provide you a little bit more of a pass rush, a few more stops in critical situations, forget the takeaways. Okay, now the Bears have an offense, they have a defense, their special teams is sound. Don't let them get hot. So I think the national narrative was, I don't know how much I trust this Bears team yet. After the Packers game, completely different ballgame.
Yeah, that makes sense. And you know what? I am going to talk about the takeaways, Shae, because all I heard from people, and I watch ESPN all the time, and the guys on ESPN would say, well, they're 9-0 when they take the football away 2 or more times in a game, and look at their record, 2-6, 2-7 when they don't take the football. They had no takeaways in that game. They had 3 opportunities. Packers put it on the field 3 different times. Bears couldn't recover those fumbles. They did not have the running game that at least I expected they'd have against the Packers, and what was a poor run defense, especially against the Tennessee Titans when they racked up 307 on the ground, and still the Bears won. And what I think, and Shae, tell me if I'm wrong, what I think people haven't taken enough into account is the comeback ability of this team, the quarterback, Caleb Williams, because we're all still learning about him, the desire, what Ben Johnson has instilled, the belief in these players. And it's tough. It's tough to put a number on that or to decide just how important that is until you actually see it. And I think after Saturday's win against the Packers, now people around the country, NFL experts, you name it, Adam Schefter, Dan Orlovsky, Shae Cornette, everyone is saying, oh, wow, you got to take this team seriously, because even when they're behind, all right, 21-3 at halftime, they are still explosive enough to put up 25 in the fourth quarter and win a game.
So what I think actually plays to the Bears' benefit now is the fact that Matthew Stafford hasn't been at his MVP. Very good. I'm not taking it away from him, but he hasn't been playing at that super high MVP level the last couple of games. Now it's later in the season. Tiredness maybe is a factor. You've got more pressure on the line in that Panthers game. It's a wild card game, but he's starting to give the ball away sometimes now. Don't let the Bears catch him looking, because they can take advantage of that. So the 2 or more takeaways thing with a win is obviously important, but the Rams, for 3/4 of the NFC that's left is from the NFC West.
Yes.
Okay? These are 3 very good football teams, all from the same division. They were 1 score away in the final seconds against the 49ers. Sam Darnold, they're familiar with when he was with the Vikings. And now you've got Matthew Stafford, who, by the way, has never played a football game in 30 degrees or less weather. I don't care that he was with the Lions for so long. They play in a dome. They played a dome. And then when they would play the Packers and the Bears, a lot of times those Lions teams would not win. He has never played a football game in 30-degree or less weather. The Rams don't have the best record in freezing cold weather either, as in their totality. So this benefits the Bears in terms of takeaways, in terms of their defense. Look, the Monsters of the Midway, we're not quite there. Let's calm down with the defense being their bread and butter. But I think as the year continues to progress, as the playoffs continue, we've seen this defense get better and better. And they're not only relying on those takeaways, but it would give them that momentum shift we need if they can catch Matt Stafford, which it seems like they could. The Rams didn't look great, I didn't think, against the Panthers. They shot themselves in the foot a few different times. They barely got out of there with a win. So look at the Bears now on the come up. This could be a really close game.
Shae, what are you hearing about Stafford's sprained index finger?
Yeah, I know that he's not fully. You could kind of tell in that game too. Obviously, he's going to play. He'll be okay. They'll wrap it. They'll give him what he needs. I wouldn't use that against him. Stafford is a tough dude. He's been in this league a long time. He's a fairly recent Super Bowl winner. I'm hearing he's okay. Like, there's nothing to it. I'd worry about snaps, maybe dropping it on a bad snap or something like that. Maybe get him a little bit disoriented, especially if it can be really loud in Soldier Field, which I think would be huge, obviously, to throw him out of his game a little bit. But I don't think it's going to hinder him that much, is what I'm hearing.
Speaking of loud at Soldier Field, I don't know if you heard, but even Al Michaels said that he's called 31 games at Soldier Field, and never has Soldier Field rocked like it did in that Saturday night win against the Packers.
Joniak actually say,
yes.
I heard Jeff Joniak actually say that the radio booth was shaking, and him and Thayer have never felt that either. Also, my former partners, miss them. Please tell them that. So please, Al Michaels, I was listening to the local broadcast. I heard Thayer and Joniak tell me that the booth was shaking. Crazy.
Crazy. Makes you wish you were there, right?
Right. I love it. So bring that same energy against the Rams. They're going to need that. And I think that could disrupt Matthew Stafford a little bit, right? Like with the noise, the cold, his hands, his fingers being freezing and maybe not at 100%. I'm not wishing poor things upon him, but I think that would only help.
Do you think it's going to be a shootout?
I don't. I actually think the Bears can win by a touchdown. And I think they can figure this. I don't want it to come down to the last second again, Lou. I can't handle it. Like, start out fast. I don't need a tale of two halves again. Let's start out fast against the Rams. Let's have their number, and let's have at least a touchdown lead. Like, let's not leave it in Matthew Stafford's hand on the last play of the game. I don't want to do it again. Please.
You're preaching to the choir, honey. I'm a lot older than you, and I'm going to have a grabber if this continues.
Oh, Lou, I can't handle it. So I hope not. I do kind of think it's going to be one of those games where the last player or the last quarterback with the ball in their hands will win, but I'm going to hope it doesn't come down to that. I hope we figure out the first half. We got to. The Rams are a really good football team. When
you were talking to the football gods over there, Orlovsky, Schefter, did anyone have any idea, any instinct that a season like this was possible for the Bears?
No. Are you kidding me? I don't, when I first got the job on First Take, I did an interview and it went everywhere, and it was like, Shae wants to talk more about Midwest sports. I did. I'm from Chicago. That's fine. And then all of a sudden, the Bears started winning football games, and we have talked about the Chicago Bears almost every single day since I got this job. And I'm like, this is wonderful. But no one saw this coming. How could you? And I got to be honest, Louis, I wasn't even sure about Ben Johnson either. I have seen this story before with coordinators. I loved Matt Nagy. I liked Flus when he first got in there. But I'm like, I don't want to do another coordinator that's an unproven head coach. I wanted Vrabel. That's who I thought would be the best fit in Chicago. I'm like, give me Vrabel, someone who's established himself as a head coach. I am so happy to say I was wrong, because I just wasn't sure how this was going to work. And I felt like we had been down this road before. I liked Caleb Williams coming out of Chicago, but USC didn't have a phenomenal year the year he won the Heisman. So I'm like, is this really the right pick? I think that Ben Johnson attitude, though, and you would know this better than me, so you tell me, has rubbed off on Caleb Williams, though. The dude seems angry on the sidelines, possessed. I'm here for it. Laying into his offense. Like the two of them together are like this force to be reckoned with. And I think they've rubbed off on each other. And I think that has proven to be a big reason why this offense is so successful. But I was hesitant to mention Ben Johnson. I know how successful he was with the Lions. That's fine. But I didn't, an unproven coordinator made me nervous. And I'm so happy that I was proved wrong.
Yeah, the focus and intensity that Ben Johnson brings to a game has rubbed off, you're right, on his quarterback. And I think each of the two of them have learned a little bit of each other. And I've been on this show saying in the past that I thought Ben Johnson at the beginning of the season was looking for more of a Jared Goff type quarterback because that's what he worked with in Detroit.
Right.
And he had terrific success. And through the last few months, he's realized, okay, I have a quarterback that may not be able to put together the completion percentage that a Goff can, but I'm working with a quarterback who brings incredible athletic talent that Jared Goff doesn't have, and maybe I should start to tailor my game plan more to what Caleb Williams does best.
Yeah, and his decision-making at the line of scrimmage has increased, his confidence, and just his body language. Like, it's all about the body language. It's completely different. Honestly, too, at the end of that Packers game, I was like, oh, here come the Bears. The Packers' body language completely changed. It's almost like they knew it was coming in the second half. It was crazy. So I love to see that quarterback head coach, and it's just so promising to finally have, when I was covering, Lou, with you, when we were covering the Bears back when I was there, I remember with Mitch Trubisky, Nagy, we would always reference Sid Luckman, the last quarterback to score this many. I'm like, please, can I get a quarterback more reason than Sid Luckman to actually do something for the Bears? It is so refreshing to see records being broken. And the first time, Caleb Williams making history, and I don't have to reference Sid Luckman anymore, please.
But Shae, you were out there in 2018, right? Weren't you?
The double doink. Yes, I remember.
I remember you were
right
on
underneath it.
Yes, for the Cody Parkey double doink.
Yep.
I remember throwing
it.
to you. Yes.
Gosh, that's like one of those moments I will never forget. I had like two of the wide receivers right next to me. Anthony something, I can't remember his last name. They were standing right next to me in the double doink. Then Cody Parkey in the locker room. They went on the Today Show the next day. Oh, it was such a headache. I remember feeling so heartbroken for that team and what could have been. And it was nice to see a wild card win, especially against the Green Bay Packers. I know they didn't have Micah Parsons. I don't care. The fact that and I like Matt LaFleur, but the fact that the Bears found a way to beat Green Bay at home, and then Green Bay has all these question marks about their head coach, about their GM, their backup quarterback, Malik Willis, might be going somewhere else. There's a lot of what ifs now in Green Bay, and a lot of reason why is because of what Ben Johnson is doing to them. And it's only going to get louder there if they can't find ways to beat each other.
You're right, Shae. Listen, you're the good luck charm. Ever since you got the gig at First Take, they have gone on this incredible run here. What do you think? I mean, it sounds like you've got them winning against the Rams. Do you think they can get to the Super Bowl and win it?
I think they can beat the Rams. Seahawks make me a little nervous. That Seahawks defense, that's tough. Now,
it's legit, yeah.
Again, with a quarterback you could take advantage of with turnovers, Sam Darnold. Hello, we've seen him turn the ball over 3-4 times in a game. Sure, but that Seahawks defense is stifling, and you'll have to go to Seattle for that one. That makes me nervous. So I think we could get past the Rams, but Seahawks waiting in the wings does give me a little bit of pause. If they can get by the Niners, of course.
Yeah. Are you loving the new gig as host of First Take?
I do. I love it. It's an adjustment like anything. I loved SportsCenter. I loved all my co-anchors with SportsCenter. And that was a dream. Like, you grow up watching SportsCenter. I loved hosting that opportunity. This is like a different muscle for me to flex, First Take's a little more free-flowing. Our first block's like 20 minutes. It actually reminds me a little bit of radio because everyone can kind of give opinions and we can go around the horn. And I really love that. So I'm finding my way. It's an adjustment like anything when you catch a new job, but it's going really well. And I love it even more that I get to talk highly about Indiana, where I went to college, and my Chicago Bears. I'm like, I'm going to make everyone wear those cheese grater hats at one point because we got them right outside the door here. I love it. So it's been really fun for me. And my goodness, would I love to see the Bears in Santa Clara because our show will be there. That would be awesome.
And my goodness, I bet you would love to see your Hoosiers win on Monday.
Can you believe what Kurt Signetti has done in Bloomington? I want to see. They're going to win on Monday. I can't wait to be down there in Miami and watch that butt kicking that's going to be on Monday against those Miami Hurricanes. But you, get out of here. I can't wait.
Oh, my gosh. Mom, family, everyone's good, right?
Everyone is great. Mom, sisters, kids, husband. Everyone is great. You know, Lou, we're plugging along. We love watching you. When I can catch it, I'm always supporting. I miss Fox 32 and all those people. I miss Chicago. I ordered for the Bears-Packers game. You'll appreciate this. I ordered some deep dish to Connecticut. I'm like, I can't watch this game and just eat this thin crust pizza. I ordered deep dish to my house. I'm like, there's only one way to do it. So, I'm trying to hold it down out here.
Don't forget the going away party I threw for you at Avli. I'm going to send you some Greek food out there.
I would love it. And Lou, I see everyone goes through Avli when they come to Chicago. When I come home, I'm going to call you. That's my first place I'm stopping.